Hello, Wexford Stampers Creator Circle. Welcome to a recorded team gathering meeting for August. Unfortunately, me and the internet did not get along last night. We started off pretty well and then gone. So I'm glad I'm able to touch base with you, and thank you for taking some time to review the information from my meeting. And hopefully next month we'll be back on track. So first thing I'd like to do here is go over the items to remember on your agenda. And the first one there is starting August 4th, the new cutting and embossing machine is available to demonstrators. And I know many of you have already gotten the machine and are excited about it and love it. I am right on that page with you as well. But if there's any team members out there that are thinking about it and have some questions, you certainly can come by here and take a look at mine, or you can take a look at someone else's, but I'm very, very happy with it. Now with this angle I have here, I really can't show a whole lot, but this is the machine right here. It looks like it's about the size of a toaster. So it's really, really nice, and it's very compact. Very well made, nice rubber handle, and then here's where the platforms come out, and then they go right back in. Very well made. And here is your handle on the side. When you get it out of the box, you'll have to put the handle on, but that is all the assembly that you need. But I think the best thing about the machine is the way that they have designed the platforms. Now this is the base platform, but what I really like about it is it has written on this platform exactly what you need to run through each of the different items. For example, if you are doing thin dies, which is what I do a lot, and everyone does, they want you to use 1, 2, and 3. Now 1 is this, and then 2 is this. This is like a die cutting addition you need to put in, and then 3 is your clear plates. And I love it. Everything is numbered, and it's really easy. With the last one I had, one of my platforms had flaps, and I didn't know if I needed which flap, and it got very confusing. So I love how this is put together. So that would be what you would need for the thin plates. Then you come down here, and if you're going to use a standard embossing folder, all you need there is 1 and 3. So you need your base and your clear plates. Okay, and then for the beautiful 3D embossing folders, you need 1 and 4. And that is an additional platform, and it has the number 4. All this comes with your purchase of the machine. So it's no additional. Now this is not magnetic. I am not sure, and I can get back to you about if you can use the magnetic platform with it or not. It is not quite the same size, so I'm going to have to do some investigating to see if that's all right to use. But this is what you get. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces that you need to do the variety of different kind of die cutting and embossing you do. So that was the part that I really liked the best about the machine. But if you have any questions before you purchase, please let me know, and I would be glad to answer those for you. All right, number 2, make sure you cash in your bonus day dollars that you received last month. Those need to be cashed in this month. Check back in your emails for the coupon codes, and all you got to do is cut and paste them. So it's super easy. All right. I have a paper pumpkin announcement, but today is the 11th, so it's not really going to be too helpful for you. So if you have wanted to get the Celebrate Life's Champions paper pumpkin and you were not a subscriber, you needed to subscribe by yesterday. But I will have information about the one for next month as soon as I get it. The new online store has launched, and you'll notice that it is a little different from your old online store, if you even have an online store. And it also changes a little bit on your back office. So just be aware of that and do a little investigating. It's not anything that's very difficult, but it might be a little new. All right, and the last item I have here is to mark your calendar. On stage is going to be November 5th through 7th. Now, we have gone to on-stage events in the past with some members of my team, and they are 3-day events. We go away, but not this year. It's going to be online, so everybody can have an opportunity to go if you'd like. Check in your back office for more details, and I'll be sharing more details about that. But get those days marked off on your calendar. I hope you can join us for them. They're always fun. It'll be a great product launch. They'll be showing us things in the new spring catalog at that time for celebration and everything. So that's always a fun event. All right, let's take a look at our product highlights here. Number 1 is the project From Nothing's Better Than. And what I did here is I pulled something from the your back office, and I wanted to share it with you. There's a button on your back office called the Bundle Focus Program. And if you go to that, you'll find a series of bundles they've chosen that they've done some work for us and taken a lot of the work away from us. So if you are a business builder or you want to have a class of some kind with friends, this is a great resource to have. It's also a great resource if you just need a little inspiration. So this is the Nothing's Better Than Bundle Focus Program handouts. Okay, what they give you is they give you a sheet that you can copy and send to friends if you're interested in having some kind of a get-together. But the part I like the best is they give you a class plan. So this is like being a substitute teacher and you just come in and everything is ready for you. So this is what I did for you. I gave you the materials to make both of these cards. So we don't need to make those together during this meeting, but I wanted you to see that how easy it is to get things together and make the cards based on this class plan. So everyone should have this class plan form in their packet, and you can go ahead and make those cards at your convenience. But I love this set, and I'm going to show you in a few minutes some of the other projects I've made with it. But not only do you get a class plan, you also get a guide to give you some ideas about how to email customers about this set. And they even give you, the exact wording and how you would write it in an email. And they also give you ideas about how to share it on social media. And they also give you ideas for different sample recipes. So these are 3 other projects that they had posted, and they also give you the recipes and tips and tricks for all of those. So it's a great way to not have to come up with your ideas if you're going to be having a class, or just to get a little inspiration from the recipes that they give you here. So just wanted to let you know, and there's, I think, at least 2, maybe 3 other suites that are already posted on the Bundle Focus Program in the back office to give you some more ideas if this Nothing Better Than is not the one you'd want to use. So just wanted to let you know about that. You can put those cards together at your convenience, and here are the 2 that I put together. Okay, so it was real easy to get together all the paper that you need. As always, you want to keep it simple if you're going to be running a class. And this is such a cute set. And so this is what your cards will look like after you put them together. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that away. All right, now I want to give you a little information about the next product highlight, which includes the Snowflake Christmas card. And this is one of the new Christmas suites. And this is the stamp set. It's Snowflake Wishes. And this is the die set. It's So Many Snowflakes. So this is in the new mini catalog. This is one of the first Christmas sets I got. I just really liked it. And I always enjoy snowflakes. And I love the colors that they used in this set. So I think that was one of the reasons. They added a little purple, and it was really, really pretty. Another piece of another product from this suite is the Snowflake Embossing Folder, which is a great addition. And then They have these little gems that you add. They're a little iridescent. They're really pretty. I'm running out of gems. I need to get more gems. So those are some of the products that are available with this set. So we can go ahead and if you'd like, we'll put it together, that card. So you want to get out the packet that looks like this. And we'll go ahead and put this together quickly. Now this shows off a lot of the paper. The paper for this, as always, is beautiful. And I put in a couple of these snowflakes die cut out, and they used the beautiful balmy blue glimmer paper for those. So pretty. I wanted to make sure I showed you a little bit of everything in the set. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna fold over your Whisper White card base and put that to the side. All right, now let's go ahead and we need to pair up these pieces here. You're going to have small rectangles that have a small piece of DSP that goes on top, and the longer rectangles that have a larger piece of DSP. So you want to match those up just like that. And then you're going to go ahead and take your adhesive of choice, whatever that may be, and you're going to go ahead and glue those together. Okay. And hope everyone is able to have some fun and get some things ordered in the new catalog. And just as I'm gluing this, I want to remind you that we are going to be having a Christmas card Stamp-A-Stack online, and the cards that I am making for that Stamp-A-Stack are actually from this suite, and I'll show those to you here real quick. Let's see. Oh dear. Okay. I know this is one of them, but this one I used little squares and made a very similar card. This one I used the iridescent ribbon as well. And so what we do is we have 5 different designs. I'm going to be designing 2 using this set, and then Dory's going to be designing 3 with the set that she decided. And then we are going to demonstrate all 5 cards during the event, and then we are going to put card kits together so that people can make 3 of each design. So that would be a total of 15 cards and envelopes. And we're going to do a similar event every month for August, September, October. And then you'll be ready and have a lot of cards ready to roll. If you want to join us for all 3 months, you'll have 45 cards ready to go. And will be great to have ready to go and not have to worry about that down at the end of the time when you're really panicked and not ready. So I try to get things done early. Christmas cards I haven't been as successful at with other things, but I'm going to try this year. So now we're going to take our 4 pieces that we've put together, and we're going to go ahead and line those up around the edge of our panel here that we did some embossing with the Snowflake embossing folder. And you want to go around and have about the same border around the edge. I like the design of this card because it shows off the beautiful paper, and I love that there's a tiny little bit of the Highland Heather in with all the other beautiful blues. So that's what you want to start with. Okay, you want to put your papers down like that. Okay, then you should have in your packet a little label. This label is from the Hippo Happiness. So you've seen me do those cards with the little hippos and the unicorn on it. Well, that die set has some beautiful, beautiful labels, and there's a whole bunch of nesting labels that are this shape. And I knew that if I get it, I would use it with the hippos, but I knew I would use it with my Christmas cards as well. So here's the first one I'm using it with. And I'm going to go ahead and put on my sentiment, and hopefully your sentiment is already stamped. And there, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the middle of the card, kind of covering up that white section in the middle there with dimensionals, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on this. And then I'm going to put that right in the center, covering up all that white space there, but you're still kind of able to see the embossing along the edges, because I really do love that Snowflake embossing folder. So there we go. Last touches. You're going to go ahead and take your little snowflakes cut out of the balmy blue glimmer paper. Isn't it so pretty? I love this glimmer paper. They've really improved it. Glitter used to get everywhere using the paper, and I think enough people finally said, this is crazy, we can't stand all this all over us, that they decided they would get paper that doesn't come off. So that's one thing that's really nice. If you ever get paper in a craft store, the glitter is all over your hands and all over the bag when you take it out and everything. So that's another great thing about this glimmer paper. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to take the larger of the two, and I'm going to take and put a dimensional on the back of the center. And I'm going to set him right up here along the edge. Okay. And then I'm going to take my little gems. You should have some gems in with your goodies. And I'm going to go ahead and take a gem and put it right on top of that snowflake to give it a little extra. Just love that. So pretty. And then I'm going to put mini dimensional. Since you can kind of see through this one, I'm going to grab a mini dimensional to put behind him. And then once you put your little dot on there, you really won't see your dimensional very much. Now I'm going to grab another of these, and I'm going to put that right on top. Come on, you. Okay, put him right on there. So pretty, so festive. Really, really pretty. And if you have any extra, I think I gave everybody 3. You can go ahead and I would place him maybe right here on the card. So now all you have to do now is bring in your card base and put a few dimensionals on your card base. I'll put one in the middle here so we don't have any saggy middles. And then we'll take off those papers, and then we'll go ahead and put our beautiful panel that we just made right on front. So that is Snowflake Splendor Sweet. Let me show you a few other projects I've made with this. And just with the change in the Designer Series paper, you really get such a different look. This one has much more purple in it, but both of them are so, so pretty. So that's your first one. Let me show you a few others. Now, I already showed you, this is one that we're going to be making during the coffee cards and carols and cupcakes, some of those C's. That's one that we're going to be making of mine. But I also made some other ones here, of course. I can't stop. This one is more of a one layer, where I just took every one of the snowflakes and picked a different color blue and just stamped them on the card front. And then I did a little bit of the splattering with my blends. So those are 2 that I made with that. Then I kind of took a different approach and made something that looked more primitive or country. And I just used the crumb cake and I embossed those snowflakes onto that and kept the red and black and white theme. So those are really, really cute. I like how they turned out. And let's see, here's a couple of others. This one is one I made. I actually cut the snowflake panels, snowflakes out of a embossed panel, and then put it on back on top of another piece of designer series paper so you can kind of see through them, and then use those that I cut out as a little bit of embellishment. And this is from the So Sweetly dies, getting a lot of use out of those, and that is one of the other sentiments from this set. And then of course I had to use a little bit of that beautiful ribbon. And then my last one I have here is one that I kind of, very similar to the one that I used that I had splattered before, but this one I actually had some that I die cut out and then placed on the card front. And there's also some smaller ones that I just stamped right to the base, and I did some splattering again, and then I used a piece of the glimmer paper to kind of frame the front. So that's another approach that I used, but so easy to make gorgeous cards with this set. So, all right, well, that is those. All right, now let's go ahead and move on to our final project. But before we do that, I wanted to show you some things with the better than. Okay, now coming up this next Monday, we are going to be having our Stamp of the Month class, and it is going to actually be featuring the Nothing's Better Than Sweet. And we are going to be making this little box, okay, chocolate, because adulting is hard and it holds any kind of chocolate. I've got the Russell Stover candy there. And then the other thing we're going to be making is this cute little coffee gift card holder. So it's just kind of a flip-flop. You write your message in here, and then the little pocket there for your card. So these are the two things we're going to be making next Monday. I believe that's the 17th, but let me show you some of the other things I made. This is such an adorable set. This is a card that I made for Buffet, Today's Plan, Consume Coffee, and Be Awesome. That's, everybody's thinking of that when they get up. And then I used a basic design and made several just to show you the variety. We have the cookies. It's You're Just Like Cookies. You Make Everything Better. So I use kind of that same theme for all these. You're Just Like Coffee. And it just shows the different options you have, because you have cookies, you have chocolate, you have coffee, and cocktails. So those are just a few more of the cards. Oh, here's one that I made with the chocolate. You're just like chocolate, you make everything better. So just really cute little girlfriend cards. Here's some cocktail cards. This one is, I just took cocktails and stamped it all over the card front, and then because adulting is hard. So I'm thinking some of my teacher friends might need a couple of these cards. And here's Today's Plan, Consume Cocktails, because adulting is hard. And here I use some of that foam adhesive to pop up my word there. And that is something that's become a very close friend of mine. I love it. And then the last couple of things here, I took a Hershey bar. A day without chocolate is like, just kidding. I have no idea. I just think that's a cute sentiment. Just wrapped it with some of the paper from the In Color collection. Put a bow on there. Boom, done. And then my last thing here is a little cookie bag. Today's Plan, Consume Cookies. This is something that is on my YouTube channel if you want to check out and see the dimensions for this, also on my blog. Just a cute little bag that you could make. Actually, you could, substitute in chocolate or cocktails or, anything you want there, and make a little gift bag and put something in there. So that's most of my designs from that set. Okay, now I showed you the ones that we had from the snowflakes, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this little two-tone box. All right, so go ahead and grab your last packet there, and let's pull out all your goodies. Okay, now I put the dimensions and everything you're going to need as far as scoring on your agenda there at the bottom. It should have all the information for where to score and the size of the paper, but this is a really cute, quick way to put together a box. So these are your two pieces you're going to have, and first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and crease all of my score lines. And if you look on the bottom of your agenda there, it has all the information about where I scored on both of these pieces and the dimensions of both of the pieces. All right, so there's the first one. You might not have the same colors that I have here, but it's going to work out just fine. All right, so there are those. Now, let's go to the thicker one, or the wider one. Let's go ahead and cut that first. Let me get my scissors here. You want to hold it in the you want to hold it this way. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to, starting at the bottom, you're going to cut off those two little rectangles. Okay, then you want to turn it the other way and cut those two rectangles off again. All right. These are going to be the flaps on the top of your box. All right, now you want to cut in on all these little score lines into the center. Okay, so you're going to be making these flaps along the edge. Now, this flap, you want to take a little wedge out like that and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, now for the next panel, we're going to get rid of those. So what you want to do is fold back the one you've already cut, and you're just going to cut this one off. Okay, do the same thing over here. Just fold back and cut off that center flap. So you're just going to have the square in the middle. Okay, then you want to do the same thing on this end. We're going to preserve those flaps, but we're going to cut them a little bit because those are going to fold inside the box. Okay, so now you have these. This is what you have left. Okay, check and make sure the shape of yours looks like that. Now, before we go ahead and put it together, and I've already done it on this one because I could do it before without any cutting, I already rounded the corners on your narrower panel. Okay, so if you have a corner rounder somewhere near you, and you should, this is an amazing corner rounder. You can go ahead and round the corners on the edges of both of your rectangular panels. And you're going to have to fold in those flaps you cut a little bit so that you can make those rounded corners. So there we go. That's what we have now. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to take this panel and turn it upside down because you want these panels to be facing up, the little flaps. Okay, then you're going to take the narrow panel and you're going to glue it right to the inside of your box so that you're making kind of like a cross. Okay, you might find that you're having a little bit of trouble folding this up. If that is the case, you might want to just take a little bit of this away just so it folds up nicely. Mine seems to be okay, but you want to check and make sure that they're going to fold up without trouble. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my narrower panel. I'm going to place some glue on the back of that and I'm going to form that cross. Okay, you want to make sure your fold lines are lining up with both of the panels. Okay, now before we put it together, we're going to turn it on the outside and we're going to adhere our panels. You have 4 panels. We're not going to put one on the bottom, but we're going to put one on all 4 sides of the box. So before we put it together, you can go ahead and grab your panels and go ahead and glue those to all 4 sides of the box. And you know, I've said before, it's always easier to glue the panels on before you construct the box, because you can, you know, put more pressure down and get it to stick really well. So then I'm going to do that here. Yep, that's the right side. And there. Okay, so there are your 4 panels. So once the box is put together, your 4 panels will be right in the right place and you'll be ready to go. All right, for the next part, I'm going to grab a new product that I have been playing with, and it is called the Stamp and Seal Plus. And this is a great adhesive for 3D projects. And there is a bit of a learning curve learning how to use it, but I really like it now. And I'm hoping you're taking a chance and giving it a try as well, because this is much easier. In this situation, gluing would be a bit of a mess. So it does help with that. So all you do is put a little bit, let's see, on each of the thin panels. The problem I've had any trouble, it's that I have to touch it and roll it a little bit before the glue comes out. But what I found is if you do kind of a sideways cut like that it cuts it off and it'll be ready for you for the next one. If you try to pick it up, sometimes it pulls off an adhesive piece a little farther down on the tape, and then that's why there's nothing right at the top when you go to do it again. All right, so now we have our 4 thin flaps with the glue, and obviously you know what we're going to be doing here. We're just going to fold them up so that the side of the narrow panel measures up right against the fold and the flap goes behind. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side, but remember with the tape, you don't really have that chance to change your mind on where you want to put it. So be careful and put it together carefully. Now we have our box. And the way I close the top is I just did where I went and did alternating. And then the last one would go in like this. And then that's going to hold the box closed. Okay. So there's my box. And then you should have a piece of the lovely ribbon that you can go ahead and put around and tie your box shut. So this is a really cute and quick box you can make for perhaps a party favor or just a little gift that you're giving to a friend. But it was fun because it's 2-tone, so you can pick 2 of your favorite Christmas colors and you can make a box with them. So there is my little box. There we go. All right, so there they are. I hope you like that and can use that as a idea as the holidays come closer. So I'm thinking that is all I have for this evening, and it's actually the next morning, but I'm just kind of faking that it's the meeting. And again, I apologize for the problems last night. I saw everybody was there and all excited to get started, and boom. So I thank you for being patient with me as I work through all my internet issues. So the last thing I'd like to talk to you about is our PJ and paper party. And we put this together, and this is going to be coming up in September, but we're already taking orders for it, for your PJ paper party kit. And this is what it looks like here. Okay, you'll get a box like this, and inside you will have, oops, we already have that one there. You'll get a free pack of embellishments for joining us for the party, and then you will get a 6x6 sample pack of all the new papers in the new holiday mini catalog, and that's 148 pieces of paper. So that is a great chance for you to really take a look at what's available in the new catalog without buying all that paper. So The paper party is kind of like a paper share, but we've added a little bit to it to make it a little more fun. Okay, so in addition to these things, we're also going to be making some projects. So you will have a project kit in your paper party kit so that you will be able to make these 3 cards with us. And we will be doing an online event, and you can follow along with us and make the cards with us. And the reason we're showing you these cards is because I used a 6x6 sheet of the Christmas paper, and using a template, I cut it out, and I was able to make 3 Christmas cards with just 1 sheet of the Designer Series paper. So it's a great way to efficiently use your paper. And of course, you could make Halloween cards, you could make Thanksgiving cards, because that paper is going to be in your kit. So we're just going to show you how to make those. We're going to also give you the template so you can make more of them. And then in addition to those 3 cards, we're going to show you how to make these 3 projects. All these projects are made out of 6x6 sheets of Designer Series paper. This is a little gift bag. We're going to give you all the materials to make that and show you how to make that. And this uses 6x6 sheets of paper. In addition to that, you'll have a little card to go with your mini gift bag. And then we also will show you how to make a little gift card holder using one of the 6x6 sheets of Designer Series paper that's in your pack. And lastly, we'll show you how to make this cute little pouch that you can put candies in or any kind of treat. And that would be something that you could use for the Christmas season as well. So there's 6 projects that we're going to be putting in the kit in addition to those things that we've already talked about. So if you're interested, please contact me. We'd like to get all our orders for the kit by the 28th of August. I believe the paper party will be online September 12th. So join us. It's going to be fun. We're going to be in our PJs. We're going to give away prizes, and it'll be a fun evening. So that was the other event I wanted to talk to you about. And now, coming up this week on my Facebook Live, I have some back to school projects. I made these little goldfish cracker treat bags for the kids on our street. They're getting ready to go back to school in whatever form of school they're going to be having. So I made some of these using the goldfish crackers. I will be doing a demo on that this week. And also we need a teacher gift. This is a caramel apple cowtail, and I made it a little treat pouch for a teacher. And then I also made this cute little fall box, thank you box, and inside there is some hand sanitizer. So those are 3 projects I'm going to be doing on my Facebook page this week, so tune in if you can. And then one last thing to think about, I have just started breaking into my heartwarming hug suite, and that is the one with the cute little cups. And you can decorate the cups and put little labels on them, and then there's a little carrier that you can put as well. So there, this one I put, I like you a latte. So I'm really just getting started on this one, but it would be a great set to get for Christmas gifts if you like to give coffee gifts. So I just wanted to share a couple of the projects that I've just started working on. So I hope I inspired you a little bit to do some crafting this next month. Please don't ever hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or want to bounce some ideas off me. So thank you so much for being on my team. I enjoy all of you. I wish we could get together, but not yet. So we want to stay safe, and so have a great week, and I will see you again real soon. Watch me and Dory on Facebook. Take care.